what we're going to do is applique using Bondaweb. And this is a piece of Bondaweb, and the glue, the gluey part of it, is still attached to the paper. On this little bit of Bondaweb, there we are, the glue's come off, I've pulled it off. So Bondaweb is delicate, it's a delicate material to use, but it really helps us to decorate fabric. So we've got a star here that's been decorated with other bits of material, and it's been cut and stuck using heat and this transfer adhesive, Bondaweb. I'm going to tell you a way of doing this, and I'm going to be very prescriptive in how to do it, just so that you won't make any mistakes, or hopefully you won't make any mistakes, because what can happen often with Bondaweb is we can find that we stick the wrong side of the fabric that we're using for our applique design onto the backing material, and then that's a shame. That's always a shame. Also, another mistake that's easy to make is that we can stick the motif accidentally to the sole plate on our iron and get glue all over our iron, which isn't clever. So yes, a prescriptive method on how to applique using Bondaweb, but it's just to help you if you haven't done this before and if you're learning. So I'm going to put a simple design onto some white backing fabric. This is a white bag that has been made, and this red dot on it has been appliqued. But after the applique has been done using the Bondaweb, the design has been stitched. There's zigzag all the way around the edge there, because what can happen over time with Bondaweb is your motif can peel off. So if you're going to do the design and it needs to last, stitching is always a good idea at the end. Also, that motif has been embroidered on a computerized machine. There's all sorts of things you can do once you know the basics. So we're just literally going to do the basics now. So on my white fabric, I'm going to do something in green and then something in this double face, in this fabric with a right side and a wrong side. The green is double faced, it has no right side or wrong side. And what we're going to do is take our Bondaweb and draw a shape on it on the smooth side, on the paper side, not the gluey side. So I'm going to draw a big heart. Okay, and that's going to be in green. So I'm going to write in the middle of the heart, green. And then we're going to applique a smaller heart in the middle of our green one, and that's going to be in the blue flowery design. So I'm just going to write blue in that. And then what we do, and this is the quickest method I can think of to use Bondaweb, is we're just going to cut out our shapes roughly, not on the edges, not neatly yet. And I'll just cut them down like that. And then we're going to iron our shapes onto the wrong side of the fabric that we're going to use them for. So the green, like I say, no right side and wrong side. So we're going to put our Bondaweb on there, and if you put your shapes down on the back of your cloth that you're going to applique with, so that you can read the writing and see the drawing that you did, then you shouldn't have an accident. You shouldn't get any glue stuck to your iron. So with the iron on the right temperature, no steam, and on a cotton setting, because what I'm ironing is a natural fibre, it's cotton and linen. So we just iron that on like that. Good, no accident. So far so good. And then, now, we take the time to cut out our design neatly. Now you might be able to draw with your scissors anyway. You might not need to draw lines to follow, but when we're learning, it's quite a good idea to have guidelines. So cut out as neatly as you can. These scissors are too big for a little heart like that, but never mind. Perhaps this one will be easier. Now we'll cut this one out. Oops. There we are, that will do. And then what you do is you distress the edge, or you just pick at the edge with your fingernail and pull off the backing paper of the Bondaweb, and you can feel there's most definitely a kind of gluey surface stuck to the back of your material now. And we'll do the same with our blue heart. We'll get the backing off that. And make sure you throw away your backing sheets, because if you don't, you may think they've got Bondaweb on them later on if you're busy doing lots of designs. And so now we just put the right side up of our material onto our backing cloth, and you just have to go by feel. Okay, the rubbery side is the glue, so that has to go face down, and the fabric just stays on the top like that, so that when we iron this now, again, our motif doesn't stick to our sole plate of our iron. So we iron that, and that should be stuck. Yep, that's stuck. And then we take our smaller motif, we're just going to put that in the middle, and this time it's the right side up. It is easier on a printed fabric because we can see that's the wrong side, and that's got the Bondaweb on it, the glue. So we put that like that and iron it, press with the iron, and then that should be stuck.